I freaked out because it was, number one, raining so badly and the winds were knocking, man. I was scared. I was like, oh, the drivers in Florida, they need help. Somebody help them, please. What is up, Champs Champion Trucker, coming back at you with a new video. And I'm not in my car. I am in my crib right now, and this is a temporary studio until we move over to the new studio. Hey, things are kind of, it's coming along. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Next year, 2022, we're going to be releasing a few things, which is going to be a new podcast. So I got the logo already done. I'm in the works of making the banner and stuff like that. So in the next video that you get, I'm going to be pushing hard to go ahead and subscribe over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. It's been a minute. We hit a threshold. Which is 1,000 subscribers. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, champs, for going along with this journey with me, because it started off when I was just talking to myself, and then I amassed this audience that needed to know more information about truck driving so they can skip all the hardships that I went through. And I really do appreciate all of you that follow me on Instagram, because hey, you guys been asking great questions. You guys been needing some information. Head on over to my Instagram. Go ahead, and if you have any questions, DM me. I might not get to you like that, but I'm definitely gonna get to you. So today we're going to be talking about, or we're going to be doing a story time. Oh my God. So for the 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be jumping into this story time. It's going to be about the very first time I've ever went out on the road by myself. So we're going to be talking about the very first time I ever went on the road by myself. The very first destination that I went to was, I think, Jacksonville, Florida. That was the very first place. And we're going to jump into it. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button. It definitely helps the algorithm. If you like more story times like this, and pretty soon I'll be doing vlogs and whatnot, go ahead and subscribe, like, and all that stuff, because it shows that you're enjoying it. Now, let's start off when I got my truck. Now, I had pretty much like a 2015, Freightliner, right, from Schneider. That was the very first company that I went to. So the 2015 Freightliner, I love a Freightliner. It was garbage. It was absolutely garbage. It stank. Something was wrong with that thing. And then they actually went ahead and gave me a newer, I don't remember the year, but it was a newer Freightliner. And I was so glad that they did, because it had a memory foam mattress. It was nice and clean. And, I never named that Freightliner, but if I had to put a name on that, it would have been Bertha. Just a big, beautiful Bertha Freightliner. That's all I got to say, because, man, Bertha was Bertha, baby. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and move on from there. So I get my new thing. I get all my equipment. I don't know what I need to bring. I don't know that. I get like a little cooler, cooler, and then I get my snacks, and I get my clothing and whatnot. And on there you get your little tablet, and it says, okay, we're sending you to Jacksonville, Florida. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, cool. I'm going to be on the beach. I'm going to be chilling. Heck no. First and foremost, we'll get to that part. We'll get to the part that was so dang gunning stressful that I thought, oh, it's over for me. But we got to keep this video at least 10 minutes, because it could go way past that. We gotta cut it down. So pretty much I get everything. I need to find my load. I have to bobtail it all the way up to I live in Indiana, so I'm in Indianapolis, and I gotta go all the way up to Kokomo. So pretty much I go an hour up, and I gotta pick up my load. Never been to this location before in a semi, and I'm kind of like freaking out. Now, back then, I'm thinking, man, I was stressed about everything, every dang gunning thing. But, as a new driver, that's kind of normal. That's normal. So I drive up to Kokomo, I get my load, and I'm learning I got like this stack of paper that I'm supposed to be like giving these to the customer, because I have multiple stops within Florida that I got to make. So I'm like, oh, geez, Rick. So, I get everything kind of filed away. My bosses introduce themselves. We shake hands. I get on the road, and and all I got is oh my God, if you can't get a Garmin before you go out there on your own, because all I had was Schneider's like little maps, and that thing was boo 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 boo. It was absolute poo poo. So anyway, I'm heading down, and I get through, I get through Indiana, I get through Kentucky, I get to Tennessee. I take this route all the way down, but it didn't get interesting. I'm like, oh, I'm learning, I'm over there, and it wasn't until my first day I didn't know where the heck I needed to park, where to go, where to sleep, because when I trained with the day cab, and then I went back to the hotel. I didn't learn anything about, oh, go to a truck stop, oh, rest area. I didn't know anything, man. So I was stressed out. I was completely stressed out. I didn't know what to do. So I found like a Schneider facility that I could go to, because that's the only thing that I'm thinking, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's going to work out in the long run. It did. So that's day one. I'm stressed out. I'm trying to figure out where I need to be. Day two, I get to Georgia, right? I'm traveling down, and I went through Atlanta at the best time. It was actually the best time because it was like late at night, and I was just like, ooh. I didn't experience Atlanta until the second time I went to Florida, but that's for another story time. Now, anyway, I get to Georgia, and my clock is like almost diminished, like badly. And, my backing skills aren't anywhere as good as it is today. And I was like, oh my God, I had this guy who came out of his truck and was just like, I'll help you back into this location. Thank God for him. Thank God for him. Because, oh my gosh, I don't think it would have been difficult to do. But anyway, so I digress. The clock is getting shorter and shorter. I finally back up, and I take my shower. I get in my truck, and I'm like stressed out. I'm majorly stressed out. My very first place I got to go to is Florida. It's not somewhere close. It's not like Kentucky, Tennessee, where I'm kind of like riding the waves of going all over the place. No, I'm going long haul, all the way down to Florida. So anyway, with that being said, I went ahead and woke up that morning, took I went in there, got a Gatorade, whatever, and I hit the road again. I went ahead and hit the road again, and I was getting to Florida, right? Florida was the worst experience, and this is where the gravy of everything gets down to, right? I freaked out because it was, number one, raining so badly, and the winds were knocking, man. I was scared. I was like, oh, the drivers in Florida, they need help. Somebody help them, please, because they don't give a crap about their life. They don't care, man. So I get to this construction area, and it was so thin and so scary that I'm like over there, like in the driver's seat. And I'm stressed out because I never experienced such horrible drivers, such horrible weather conditions in a semi. I've done it in a car, but this is a big boy. This is a big boy or a big girl Bertha Freightliner with the trailer in the back, with some rump in the back. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm a little scared. I don't know what to do. So it got to the point where I almost had to go off to the side and be like, hey, I'm done. I want to break because I'm sitting here. I'm tired as heck. I'm stressed out, man. So fast forward, I get close to the location where I need to deliver to, right? But I just don't have enough time on my clock. Not enough time on my clock. So I'm trying to figure out where I need to go. Well, my dumb self went ahead and went into a Walmart because I'm thinking, I could sleep. I've seen trucks over there sleep and stuff like that, but they had like a security guard patrolling the area. And this wasn't an easy location that I could maneuver through. But now I know like Walmarts, you could get in and out of them, easily. You just gotta follow some little thing. And I didn't know you could roll over like small curves and stuff like that. Cause I'm thinking you hit one curve, it's over. It's boom, which is not the fact, man. So with all that being said, I'll call my trainer. I'm like, hey, where do I go? What do I do? He's just like, hey, go ahead and find like a drop yard or something around you. Should be one close by in the location that you're at. I look it up. Lo and behold, he was right. He hit the road before, so he knew what he was doing. He said, yeah, so you should be all right. So I go down to the drop yard, but I had to get back on the highway. This is the most frustrating part. It is literally a crash on the exit that I need to go. I'm talking about brutal crash. Don't know what happened. Don't want to know what happened. But I get on get on the highway, and I have to like get back somehow, because I'm like, man, what am I supposed to do? My clock is at literally 15 minutes. I only got 8 minutes to get to this location. I'm talking about time crunch. Then, oh my God, I finally found a different way to get there. The road is flooded. The entire road is flooded to get to this drop yard. So if you're with Schneider, you know, here somewhere in Jacksonville, there's a drop yard. Like it's like tucked away somewhere. So I had to find a way around that. So that added 2 minutes. I'm already at 8 minutes trying to get to this location. Got 15 minutes on my clock. Adding 2 minutes. Oh Lord. I'm like, this is not a good day. And so at this point, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And so luckily, in all, ladies and gentlemen, I got to the drop yard with 1 minute, 2 minutes to spare, turned off the truck. I fell asleep, man. It was such a stressful time for a new driver. And I guess the moral of the story is, don't stress yourself out, right? Make sure that you have enough time on your clock. And just know this. If you're training in a day cab, make sure that you go to like a truck stop and learn how to back in some of them, learn how to maneuver in them. You know, I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I didn't. And so I was out there learning on my own, which is fine, you know, because that's usually how it goes. But you know, you have multiple areas that you could do. You could do drop yards for the company that you work with. You could do truck stops. You can do rest areas. You can find some like low key place at like a dead shopping outlet mall or something like that. There's many places that you can like rest at. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little bit of my very first load that I ever had to take, which is Jacksonville. I completed it, went back up. It was easy going up. It was stressful going down. And going back up, I went through Atlanta at the wrong time. And that could be another story for another time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one. We're going to keep growing. I'll be releasing more information as we get closer to the new year about the new podcast. I won't even release the name. I won't even tell you. If you got to this point, thank you so much. I much appreciate you. And champs, like I said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.